What's up, everybody? Welcome to another Vengeance God stream. My name is Mikey Fatum, also known as Vengeance God, also known as Ambassador Kel, and I am excited to be back. Thank you for understanding my. Welcome back to Vengeance God Screaming, Setaverse. Is that good? Did I do it right? Anyway, welcome everybody. Excited to have everybody in again today. And first of all, I want to say thank you very much for this. I bought a couple of groceries this morning. Not many, but with my Twitch money that I got for December. So thank you. Delicious. As always, if you're new here, feel free to send a like or it's not a like. Geez, what am I doing? Send a follow on Twitch or a subscribe on YouTube or subscribe on Twitch if you want. Um, I I appreciate it. The more people we get subscribing and tuning in, the more likely it is that I can turn around and start doing this full time, which would be so great. Hey Nihilist, hey Villain, hey Seta, hey Trexpert, welcome everybody. Good to see you all today. Before we get started, we'll just do the usuals. I've got some social media I would love for you to follow. And we have a Discord for this here community. It's really awesome. Lots of cool people hanging out, doing some fun stuff. Would love to see you there. I'm on 3 podcasts on the Ace of Geeks podcast network. Oh, Nyland says, click that repost, add this to your For You page, and zing that blippo. Seta wants me to say, today is a good day to hydrate. All right. I also have the League of Swords, which is a high octane sword fighting show that I think you'll enjoy. And I've got a wish list if you want to buy me stuff. Yep, Nihilus wants me to say something funny. What is it you want, Nihilus? I await it. All right. Naughty, naughty, naughty! If you're not an STO player, that's a quote from the Krampus in the STO winter event, which I wish was voiced by me. Whoops, I keep messing that up. All right. So, with all of that out of the way, let's do some Final Fantasy. Any minute now. There it is. Okay, great. Gotta shrink this a tad so I can see chat. Did that mess up things over here? Not really. Okay. Thank you, Setaverse. This is my character's sort of civilian clothes. And then of course I've got the what it's really time to get stuff done outfit, which is my sweet Power Ranger clothes. All right, let's keep going. I don't know that we solved anything exactly, but we've given Fordola something to think about at least. Aye, and we found something. I've found something to think about too. I don't know about you, Mayra, but the visions only come to me every now and then. From the way Fordola kept wincing, though, I got the feeling she's having them almost all the time. That's a lot of bad memories to deal with. I wonder, could there be some fundamental difference between one who was born with the echo and one who has been artificially imbued with it? Well, the immortal flames have been scouring that research facility ever since the liberation. There's a chance they might have some answers for us. General Alden's there overseeing the investigation. Let's go and pay him a visit, shall we? I'm always amused by the MMO thing of like characters just turning and walking away and vanishing. Can I go this way? Yes. So how is everybody doing today? How's the world of all of your different lives? Hey, Kenzen. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. All right. Bye. Oh, I see what you... Sorry. I understand it now, Nihilus. I was like, okay, bye. 0 for 2 on job interviews, Trexpert? I'm sorry. That sucks. If it makes you feel any better, I'm 0 for 0. General Alden is inside. Will you be joining him? Yep. What kind of stuff are you applying for, Trexpert? Wow, this place is creepy. Well, that's good, Ryan. Can you say what it was for, or are you deeply NDA'd on that? What news? You spoke with Fordola, I take it. Yes, as expected. She didn't say very much, but it wasn't a total waste of time. Arnvald noticed something odd about her. She thinks she might be having visions almost constantly, which is not how the Echo normally works. Have you found anything here which might explain why it's so different for her? We've been hard-pressed just to organize the research materials, let alone study them. To be frank, I'd welcome the Scion's expert assistance if you have time to lend a hand. Okay, gather information. Find anything, Alpha now? A race with no innate capacity to manipulate. Well, I mean, you obviously set an alarm every day, Ryan, for my stream, right? Yeah, I hate Indeed for job searching right now, Trexpert. It's what I used to use. But it sucks now. I use LinkedIn mostly. No. Your alarm for my streams, Ryan, because you religiously watch my content. For a race with no innate capacity to manipulate Aether, the Garleans have conducted some exceedingly elaborate etheric experiments. I need to restructure my Oh my gosh, Ryan, that's awesome. LinkedIn Trexpert is Facebook. It's just Facebook, but people are more serious there than they are on Facebook. There's less memes, not entirely no memes, but mostly just it's mostly just a place where people go and talk about how great they are, and then everyone else says, "Oh yes, you are super great," and they say, "I know, I just said it," and that's kind of all of the thing. Oh, Major Rev, it could be time for Triple Triad. Um, but yeah, so LinkedIn, people go there, they talk about how great they are. Also, it has a built-in job hunt function. Um, I would just create a profile because you don't need to interact with people on LinkedIn to get job recommendations. If you just create a job profile with like your skills and stuff, it'll start recommending jobs to apply to for you. Um, and I find a lot more good stuff gets posted there than LinkedIn. These bastards would fiddle with a man's very soul if it served their purpose. Nothing is sacred to them. Nothing. Well, Trexpert, the thing about resumes and LinkedIn profiles is that you don't have to lie, but you can say, like, You also can search for specific things, but you can also be like, you can manipulate things to say that you've done stuff. Are those all body bags? Oh my god, they are. So many bodies, every one of them a victim of these experiments. Few show any signs of external injury. From what we've been able to determine, they perished from forcible aether extraction. It's a miserable way to die. Yeah, that's fucking terrible. You can definitely hire resume writers, Dexter, and you can also there are websites like resume.co that will write your resume for you if you give it some information. I don't double check that stuff always and don't trust it, but it exists. Yeah, get rid of that, Trexpert. Oh, yeah, Major Rev, that's correct. Theoretically, I do have a degree in physics. The device in which Krill was held seems even more ominous now that you know its purpose. The surrounding pods are marked supply subjects, while this one bears the label master subject. The Ironworks received a request from the Alliance to analyze these devices, and I've been recording everything of interest. Did you notice the labeling? I mean, so having a conscience is a good thing. You should have a conscience. But also, we live in a capitalist hellscape that doesn't cater to those of us with a conscience. So, in addition to having a conscience, it's a really good idea to think about, like, if you're bending the truth, let's say, on a resume, that's not a crime that hurts anyone. If you get hired for the job and you don't have the experience they think you do, you have time to learn that experience. If for some reason something goes horribly wrong and you get let go, well, you were probably only in that job for a few weeks anyway, so it doesn't really affect anything, and you got a little money while you were waiting. But also, all of this process, the entirety of the job hunting process, is designed from the ground up to take advantage of us, the people who are trying to find a job. It's designed for the people who are hiring, and it's designed to take advantage of us. So there is absolutely nothing wrong with taking a little advantage back. Unlike the others, the interior has been fitted with an array of sensors to measure etheric waveforms. To what purpose, however, I couldn't tell you. I feel like we learned nothing, but I'm going to go talk to Rabban anyway. Hey, Coronary! Welcome! So, Nihilus, don't use ChatGPT because it's destroying the environment and the world, and everything it does is stolen. But B, ChatGPT writes one kind of resume and one kind of cover letter, and it's very easy to see. And for some reason, hiring managers are like, "Oh, they didn't spend time personally curating their cover letter to me. Reject them immediately." I know little and less of science, so any light you could shed on this facility's operations would be much appreciated. Mayra, shall we start with you? And now we'll gesture with one hand, and then with the other, and do both. Folks, remember, if you are new to the stream, I would love it if you would give us a follow or a subscribe if you can. Yeah, it's really hard, Trexpert, especially in job interview settings. For those of us that view the world a little bit more literally, um, you have to learn how to turn on your deception check to, sort of be like, okay, in this context, they're probably asking, when they say, tell me about yourself, they're probably asking my experience in this job and what I would bring to the company, not just, about me. Yeah, exactly, Nihilus. Maybe not that, but like there's stuff like you can spin Dungeons and Dragons game as like leading weekly team building exercise in conflict resolution. Um I would probably spin this stream, to um I don't know how I'd spin this stream. I have to think about it, but let me know if you've got ideas. Trexpert, that is 100% true. Why are you interested in this job? Because I like eating. Yeah, there you go. Community engagement. I have on a couple of different resumes mentioned that I led a team at Cryptic. That team was my volunteer moderators. That's not necessarily what they're asking, but I'm not going to not say it either. At the Kale Show. All right, taken in combination with the testimonies of Kryl and Thancred, I do believe to begin to see exactly what the Imperials were attempting here. Oh, that's good, Major Rev. I like that. Community engagement and public speaking, perhaps hosting events. The enhancement procedure entailed infusing a single candidate with ether siphoned from a multitude of supply subjects. Life is worth living even when it sucks. Tattoo that on my body somewhere. Dexter, that's a very good philosophy. Also, by the way, this soda also paid for by you guys, so thank you very much. If you have not already followed or subscribed, and you can subscribe, please do, because then I can afford more groceries. As for the master subject, in this case Kryl, the patterns of her etheric activity would provide the model upon which they would artificially engineer the candidate's aura. In other words, they were trying to recreate Kryl's echo? Hey, I'll take it, Dexter. I believe so, which would explain our prisoner's present state. Kryl is possessed of an unrivaled ability to hear the whispers of the soul, and it seems probable the procedure engendered the same acute sensitivity in Fordola. Thank you, Nihilus. I appreciate the bits and the sponsorship of my purchase of household goods. The soldiers who guard Fordola, many of them lost friends and family to the skulls. And there's a sentry at her door night and day, if she can't help sensing their thoughts and seeing their past. We are actually torturing her, unintentionally. But you don't just see their past, you live it. All the emotions, all the pain. Imagine what it'd do to you. You'd never be the same again. Oh yeah, there you go, Kenzan. Managing a YouTube channel is leading a team to hit marketing targets in different markets around the world. Indeed, as you may recall, Ysael was completely transformed by a single glimpse of Hraesvelg's past. Fordola has been forced to experience the agony of those whose lives she destroyed. The guilt must be unbearable. Okay, side note. And I mean, who knows if we should talk about religion on this, but this is actually my personal theory on heaven and hell. I don't think hell exists, but I do think when you get to heaven, you get awareness of everything you've done to other people. And so the worse you've been in your life, the more tortured you'll be by understanding the horrible effect you've had on others. That explains her request to be executed. Trexpert, I don't want to lug my console in here. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do setting up all the stuff. It's going to be so much work. Ah! I might bring the Switch in here sometime if I can. I have some Elgatos somewhere, and I do want to maybe do like Mario Party with y'all sometime. I think that would be fun. That explains her request to be executed. Dexter, I always complain about work. Sounds to me like a kind of justice. Well, hold on. Regardless, she could suffer on for now. We have 4 pressing matters to consider. If the results of these experiments have been relayed back to Garlemald, there will be naught to stop the Empire from repeating the trick. They could give the echo to anyone, to an entire legion. Uh-oh, they're starting Xbox solidarity in the chat. Soon they will unionize. We must be ready. We must learn all we can of these God-forsaken procedures, and Fordola remains our best source of information. She'll not be getting her wish. Not yet. Right. Keep faith, lass. If you're to convince others to follow you, you must believe what you're telling them. People respond to passion, but not if it's feigned. That is 100% true. I understand. Thank you, General. Hang on. If we're bandying about $2 million, we should leave the flames to it. Let's go. Hey, Gobo! You're not that late. The forcible extraction of ether from a living subject is invariably fatal. How many died that Fordolda might gain her new abilities? I've never known why I was given the echo, but this makes me want to put it to good use. Hang on. If we're redistributing the wealth, I want in. I go looking for answers about the echo and end up getting schooled by Raban. Yet more evidence that I don't know what I'm doing. Shut up, Lise. You're doing great. Stop letting imposter syndrome affect you. It's no wonder people listen to him and not me. General Alden is a veteran of countless campaigns, Lise. You cannot compare yourself to a commander of his experience. Why are you all posting checks to each other? Venmo exists. Oh my god, Nihilus. I will move to Canada. Ugh. Universal basic income would be so nice. Just the removing that stress from people's life. Like, obviously the end goal is to not have to worry about money anymore, to make money not as much of a thing. Apparently this is my radicalization stream. But universal basic income would just make it so that everybody can, like, you don't have to be so stressed all the time. Kalization stream. Yes, this is my Kalization stream. We're all going to rise up and overthrow capitalism at the end of this. Somehow, without doing violence. I mean, honestly, like, if I didn't love it here in LA, and if I didn't I didn't really enjoy everything that I've built here with the league and stuff, I would probably consider moving to Europe. It's a hell of a process, though. Radicalized. There it is, Niall. And I know moving to Canada is also a hell of a process. Y'all got me looking around to see if I could even figure out where to put an Xbox in this room. Because my Xbox is sitting in the living room doing nothing. I don't think it's even plugged in. I know. But I also know that I couldn't have convinced that mob to give up and go home. It makes me realize how much we rely on his authority, and how much I still have to learn. I wonder what he'll do when everything else is settled. I mean, it's his homeland. After the trouble of winning it back, might he not want to stay? 'Tis a quandary which countless refugees now face. To continue the life they built in Ul'dah, or start again in the land of their birth. Okay, but I don't know if y'all remember, like, 400 hours of story ago, most refugees in Ul'dah don't have a great life. Mara, a moment. So, we went to Disneyland over the weekend, and my daughter wanted to go on It's a Small World 3 times, which is fine. I actually enjoy that ride, but the second time I was going through it, I don't know what made me think of Final Fantasy, but suddenly I looked up and I was like, I'm surrounded by Lalafell. They're everywhere. They look just like these guys. I am newly returned from Ul'dah with a message from the Sultana. Her Grace desires an audience with you. She understands that you have responsibilities here, but asks that you visit the palace at your earliest convenience. Every time I've met with you, I've been poisoned, Your Grace. Every single time. Like, it's not your fault. People keep doing it to you, but I'm a bit hesitant. Well, I must away and attend to other business. Until next time, my friends. I really want to give Pippin, like, that high-pitched RP British voice, but I also want to give him some of his dad's growl, because I'm sure he grew up with his dad. But I don't know how you would do that. I guess it would be like, I'm Pippin. Yeah, that's terrible. Wow, that's really bad. I sound like Dr. Doofenshmirtz. If I had a nickel for every time I tried a voice and ended up with Dr. Doofenshmirtz, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. An audience with the Sultana. Depending on the nature of her consolation, this might be the perfect opportunity to inquire about the General's future plan. We've got magic to do, just for you. We've got miracle plays to play. Please enjoy this raw chicken and egg salad. Oh, God. Yes, we'd all like to know about those, Alphino, but not everyone's as comfortable as interrogating royalty as you. Take no notice of him, Mayra. Does the game look a little dimmer to you all than it normally does? Or is that just that cutscene in the lighting? All right, hold on. I'm gonna take a quick pause on Final Fantasy here. I keep saying I want to come up with new things for y'all to redeem. And in order to do that, I need to just actually do it. So, I'm officially taking suggestions for what hold on. For what you can redeem bits for. Or not bits, channel points. Throw them my way. Okay. Viewer rewards. Power-ups and channel points. There we go. I should customize the images for this stream, though. Oh, God. Nihilus, that's going to be a lot more points. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, add new custom reward. All right. Let's see. Dateable Oberth. Oh, y'all. All right, there should be an Oberth one. You're right. Oh, you have to come up with icons for all of these too. Well, not necessarily. Oh my God, Nihilus. Oh, good lord. I feel like that command only go. Oh, you know what? Maybe it just doesn't go off when you reply. Yep, there we go. So commands don't work in replies. That's good to know. Whoa, what just happened? How did I end up in first-person mode? I didn't even know first-person mode was a thing in this game. What did I do? Oh no. Home, okay. Oh, there. Okay. It went away. thankfully. Oh, nope, it didn't. There we go. Okay. Well, that's good to know if I ever want to get a closer up look on something for the stream. I am very tall. Oh, that's a good one, Gobo. Let's make that. Hello, Pico. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Game Pass is a good idea, Trexpert. We'll make this one slightly higher than the silly voice cost. All right. Yeah, the only problem is that I'm currently unemployed, so getting Game Pass would be great, but Game Pass costs a certain amount a month. All right, here we go. There we go. I've added another reward. Also, I didn't realize I could require a viewer to enter text here for making you say something in a silly voice. Oh, this is gonna keep happening. I've added a special new reward just for you, Dexter. All right, let's keep going. I know I can learn so much from Raban if he decided to say, but it's his choice, and I'm not about to try and persuade him. Ul'dah needs him too. In case you're wondering, I'm not planning on staying in Alamigo. Too many bad memories. Besides, I like my new life. I have also now edited Make Me Say Something in a Silly Voice to actually include what you want me to say, which is good. Oh, Carinari, have you never seen the Date My Starship? It's my proudest moment in April Fool's history. Oberth is the best ship in the game. I'm not being sarcastic. There it is. Article is still there. There you go, Kedzen. Or not Kedzen, Carinari. This is the greatest April Fool's joke I ever did on STO. The only thing that could have made it better would be if we had actually done it. If we'd actually made this game. But that would have been a lot of side stuff. Make sure you watch the video. That's my favorite part. Welcome to Drozana. I should probably make Welcome to Drozana its own thing. My name is Mike, and I am a recovering Oberthaholic. Because that's what people who like an Oberth sound like. Like the big rock from Neverending Story. I haven't gone the Drozana that much, Trexpert. There you go, Dexter. Good job. And I should be getting back to my own tasks. I'll organize a squad to head down into the ruins and start preparing for the big meeting. Oh, send on a moment of regards, Mara. And ours too, if you please. We shall see you on your return. All right, bye, everybody. Never-ending story. Actually, that should be one too. Um, and we'll make this one 600. Why not? I can't tell if Pico is doing Na 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 by My Chemical Romance or the Batman theme. Oh my god, we went to a zoo over the weekend and they had one of those parrots that can talk. Um and the the one of the things they had trained the parrot to do is they went na 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 na, and then the parrot went Batman. It was the greatest. Back to Ulda, my hometown, kind of. Oh, absolutely, Kenzen. You ready? Flash! Ah! He'll save every one of us. Oh, adding these has instantly made the stream more entertaining. Okay, where is Bartholomew? Probably, if I had to guess, he's in... Okay. I'm gonna guess he's in the royal area. Chamber of Rule, that's what it's called. We really do, Trexpert. Although I think they did spend a lot of money on Flash Gordon. But, like, people need to stop trying to make every movie the next coming of, I don't know, The Godfather or whatever. That's why I still liked most of the most recent Marvel movies. Like, they're not changing the world, sure. Endgame was a high bar to meet, but I'm still having fun. The Marvels was a ton of fun. If everybody let the if you let the hate online keep you from seeing the Marvels, go watch it. It's great. My lord, it was an honor to face you in the tournament. Since that day, I have spent every spare moment in the practice yard, striving to attain some fraction of your skill with the blade. Oh, Thunderbolts is gonna be great. I'm so excited for that. Pico, that trailer! Oh my god, everything about that trailer. Like, why do they always make Snow White lead a revolution? Why does the dress look like it was CG'd on? Why do the dwarves look like that? She didn't know it was a Marvel movie, Kenzen? That's great. I had a friend in high school who walked in while her sister was watching Smallville once and was like, oh, you're watching that Superman show? And her sister was like, the what? Had no idea it was a Superman show. Oh, all right. Let's get Dexter's new line. Dexter, I'm telling you, man, make yourself a voice reel and start applying for just go to like voices.com or something and start applying for stuff. You never know, man, and you're good at this stuff. They do look like those garden gnomes. So Bartholomew, I'm so sorry, buddy. You can't attain my skill with the blade in the practice yard. Also, I didn't know you had a twin brother. That's odd. Ah, forgive me. You are here for your audience with the Sultana. Please proceed. Is that a lot of money in $1980? I don't remember what movies were costing back then. Well, yes, a lot of things to kill. Okay, that is a lot of $1980. I thought so. Yeah, I remember Flash Gordon being sort of a legendary flop, even though it's great. But it's great in an absolutely cheesy, like Flash Gordon serial kind of way. We oh my god. So I used to go to convention parlor LARPs a lot, which is what a parlor LARP is like you play it, you don't have like sword fights. You just play characters with some basic rules. Maybe not any rules sometimes. And you know, the LARPs are usually like 4 to 6 hours and then that's it. You never play those characters again. So you get a lot of um encouragement to play out, you know, your character and get rid of all their secrets and stuff in that time frame, which is what makes it so fun. But um my friend wrote a LARP based on Flash Gordon, and Mei Ling, my wife, played the princess, and my friend Eric, who had never seen the movie, got Brian Blessed's part because he's perfect for it. And so we were sort of showing him clips before the game started and stuff because my friend Jairus and I were also playing Hawkmen, and so he let us into the room by going, "Hawkmen dive!" And it was great. And then later, one of the Hawkmen and one of the Lion Men had a duel to settle things, and then the whole court was arguing, and Mei Ling was like, "Gentlemen, has violence ever solved anything?" And we were like, "Yes, just now." It was great. Yeah, Brian Blessed is a national treasure. He just barely hits the V in Dive, Kenzen, and that's what makes it so great because it really sounds like he's shouting, "Hawkmen, die!" Maybe you should be talking to Rauban about this and not me? I know I'm the main character, but hey, Eximer, thank you very much for the bits. Oh no. Uh, Kenzen, I don't know that song, and also you have to pay for it. I'd have to look it up. That's why you're talking to me. You want me to be your bodyguard. Oh, got it, Kenzen. Yeah, Brian Blessed is an absolute national treasure, international treasure, worldwide treasure. Oh boy. I actually okay, so there's a podcast called Strong Songs that did that what they do is it's Kirk Hamilton who used to write for Kotaku, breaking down the how different songs and things work. like what they're doing melodically that makes them so good. And we just listened to an episode this weekend of him talking about all three different versions of "I Will Always Love You," the two that Dolly Parton recorded, and then the one that Whitney Houston recorded. I didn't realize it was a song that got number one in 3 consecutive decades. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see. And I will always love you. I probably should have done that in an octave lower, but too late now. One day I would like to get my falsetto sounding better. Okay, outside the quicksand. Quicksand is the Adventurers Guild, so we need the teleporter. Oh, I didn't realize that either, Cardinary. That's cool. Adventurers Guild. Oh my god, someone made Princess Peach. That's hilarious. I wish Scarlet was around to show her that. Perchance you remember Lyra, the merchant's daughter? This is the persona I assume when I venture beyond the palace walls to observe my subjects unnoticed. It's always so funny thinking about how many famous people, like, knew each other. You'd think that there's so many famous people in the world that, like, they would have all come from separate places, but they always seem to end up having, like, gone to school together or been roommates or, like, somebody's related to somebody. Maybe it's a conspiracy. Ordinarily, Papa Sean would accompany me, but for this particular outing I need an advisor, not a minder. And that is why I requested your company. Over the course of your many adventures, you have met people from all walks of life, in every corner of Eorzea, and I would make use of your worldly experience. Yeah, Trexpert, and also there's a bunch of folks who were in UCB together, which makes a little bit more sense. That's a big improv training school, but yeah, Tolkien and C.S. Lewis is a great one. I still love the story of C.S. Lewis breaking into Tolkien's house, stealing the manuscript for The Hobbit, and submitting it to a publisher because Tolkien would have tinkered with it for the rest of his life. Oh yeah, Nihilus, that's cool. I did not know that Ents were making fun of C.S. Lewis. That's hilarious. Now, let us be on our way. Our first destination is Stone's Throw, just beyond the Gate of Nald. Where am I going? Out this door. I do love friendships like that. A great example would have been Gaiman and Pratchett until, recently we found out how much Gaiman actually sucks as a person. Look upon this procession of tattered tents. These refugees camp in squalor at the mercy of the elements and Thanalin's predators both. The city's mighty walls offer safety, but the streets overflow with people as it is, and unless blessed by the hand of Nald himself, no refugee could ever hope to afford a dwelling in Ul'dah. That's funny, Trexpert. 20 years have passed since the fall of Alamigo, and 5 since the calamity. Yet the plight of the poor has grown more desperate, not less. As Sultana, the blame falls on me. Your hands have been tied, Your Grace. Yes, my authority is limited, and that is an obstacle I must work to overcome. Shall we press on? I would follow the road to the unholy air. This reminds me a lot of the sequence in He-Man and She-Ra, The Secret of the Sword, where Adora goes out and sees what people live like under Hordak for the first time. Although I think Nanamo is quite a bit more aware. Okay. As much as I want to go through that train tunnel, that's actually not where I'm going. That's funny. Dexter. Oh, right, I can fly here. I'm back in the starting area. And here are we looking on the plight of the frogs, Your Grace? It was here, in this wholly remarkable place, that my mother and father met their doom. I was but a child at the time. My parents were returning from an inspection of our interests in Eastern Thanalan, when an untimely rock slide crushed their carriage. To this day, it is not certain if the incident was simple misfortune or an expertly planned assassination. Raban once offered to reopen the investigation and bring me the truth he assumed I must surely crave, but I refused. Even if my parents' deaths were orchestrated by the monetarists, we could only have brought their hirelings to justice. The true villains, those who plotted to put me on the throne as a biddable puppet, were ever beyond our reach. Oh yeah, Dexter, I didn't hear that. That's good. Considering the man wrote, 400 books or whatever about how he was scared of immigrants. Thus did I plan to strip the merchants of their power and place our nation in the hands of its citizens, quite unaware of the consequences my actions would have for you and yours. I shudder to think how many goodly souls paid the price for my naivete. But I am no longer a child reciting words with witless obedience, and I will not be used as a pawn in the monetarist damnable games. Good for you, Sultana. Oh my god, that would be hilarious, Nihilus. LOL, stop. K, stop. Forgive me, my outburst. You're one of the few people to whom I feel I can speak my mind. Come, let us return to Ul'dah and visit the Colosseum. You know what, let's just do this the easy way. It is always interesting to me that people, how many what a picture we have of different people through history because of the letters they wrote to each other. What happened? Okay, there we go. I think the Colosseum is by the Gladiators Guild. Oh, that's cool, Trexpert. I know almost nothing about that part of music history. From the moment I became Sultana, I found myself thrust into an endless parade of document signing and ceremonies. For years, I simply signed where I was told to sign and sat where I was told to sit, blissfully oblivious to what any of it meant. Yet one good thing did come from that ignominious chapter in my life, for it was during an official visit to the Colosseum that I first met Raban. The match I had been invited to attend was not at all what I expected. They had pitted the bull of Alamigo against some dozen or so rival gladiators. Blinkered though I was, I would not stand for so obvious an injustice, and demanded to see a fair fight, one man against another, and my royal wish was duly granted. It was not until later that I learned of the gambling rig which had arranged for Raban to die on the sands that day. Regardless, my intervention meant that Raban had but a single opponent to dispatch, which he duly did. And when he knelt before me to receive the winner's purse, he swore that he would one day offer me his blade in service. Surrounded as I was by liars and manipulators, I confess I dismissed it as a pleasant piece of theater. All right, Kenzen, thanks so much for stopping by. But as you know, Raban is a man of his word. Though it took him another 5 years of fighting on the Blood Sands, he amassed a fortune so great as to buy not only his freedom, but a seat at the Syndicate. And then I had my blade. I think that's very true, Dexter, especially with people who turn out to be big disappointments like Gaiman. They don't know themselves very much at all. Good evening, Sheb. Welcome, welcome. Somebody had watched 300 before this cutscene. The way she runs, oh my god. And that's why he doesn't want to leave, because he made an oath. Words could not well express what that man means to me. Hang on, I want to see what link it is that, Oh, okay. I can't watch this right now because the stream will get muted, but I assume those were the great drum solos you were sending me. Actually, there are others who care deeply for my well-being, of course. Papa Shan's love for me is that of a grandshire for his grandchild. But upon matters of governance, I cannot turn to bodyguards and maidservants for counsel. Raban, with the authority of his syndicate position, was the first sword I could wield. His was the only edge which could cut the strings that bound me. Oh, I don't know. What are these? Skill speed? Not spell speed. I'll take vitality, sure. We must make haste. My absence will not go unnoticed by the Sultan Sworn for long, and there are other places I will visit. To the Zenith Ossuary. All right, well, I have to watch them later, Trexpert, because I don't want to get the stream muted in the VODs. But thank you for sending me that. Go ahead and post it in the Discord, too, so people can see it there. Whoa, that's a cool statue. When the calamity threatened, Raban led the Alliance forces into battle on the plains of Cartano, and I remained here. I prayed with all my heart that Archon Louis Soir would have the power to rouse the 12. Since that day, I have made a custom of visiting this shrine during each of my little excursions. Here I seek the blessing of Thal, reflect upon my choices, and ask myself if I am fulfilling my duties as Sultana. You are rightly celebrated as a champion because you have led the line in 100 battles for the good of Eorzea. In much the same way, I believe the measure of a monarch lies in how she leads her people in times of adversity. If I am to be a Sultana worthy of the name, I cannot turn a blind eye to the troubles facing Ul'dah. I have chosen my path, Mayara. With Alamigo now freed from imperial chains, I finally see a way to aid the refugees. Already, many displaced Alamegans seek to begin the long trek home. To facilitate that process, I have made a small contribution, an artisan school in Raelga's Reach for any who wish to learn new trades. Realistically, however, it will take years for such training to yield tangible benefits. But we do not have years. These people will need shelter and employment if they are to survive, and this time the Ul'dah Treasury shall provide. Precisely where and how to allocate the necessary funds is, of course, another question. Why not seek the advice of one who employs refugees? A wise suggestion. Mayhap a visit to the Gold Saucer is in order. Its proprietor is a member of the syndicate, and he is one of the few who pay refugees a fair wage. Hey, Cookie! Welcome! I wonder, are you acquainted with Godbert Mandeville? Also, good night. Ah, well, he is a most generous man, if something of an eccentric. Let us make our way to the landing, and I will see that word is sent to the Gold Saucer. Godbert should be only too glad to receive us. It appears there is some triple triad to be had here. Triple triad. Very well, then. But you shall have to earn your victory. Don't expect me to let you win. Oh, well, Dexter, you know how you solve that. There's something that comes in a little glass vial. Oh, interesting. Okay, I can only play him. And I can't play him anywhere where he'll take that card. So I have to try and protect him. Not a lot of places to do that. Basically, anywhere I play him, and he's the only one they're allowing me to play, I don't quite understand how that works, he'll get taken. I'm going to try this. We'll see. Oh, he didn't? Wow. Okay. Well, then let's take this spot. Nope, that's my card that he stole from me. Oh, no. What happened? Wait, ties go to the person who placed? No. All right, rematch. All open. What does that mean? Oh, is this Ultros and Typhon? Nice. There we go. Stole one. Oh, he stole it back. But I can steal it again. Woo! No, I'm good. I have been defeated. This is quite a disappointment. But only by embracing death can one honor life. There are things to be learned even from such bitter defeats. Lady, it was a card game. All right, let's go to the airship landing. You could hardly believe these rules, Dexter. Airship landing. There we go. Hey, Fragrance! I've ridden aboard a public airship before, but this shall be my first visit to the Gold Saucer. I must confess to some excitement. They are going to take all your money. Yes. I don't want to be Judge Judy and Executioner. I love that movie so much, Operator. I had heard descriptions of its splendor, but yet I never dreamed it would be so bright and inviting. No, I couldn't possibly. We did not come here to fritter away the royal coin. God but will be expecting us. Come, let us head directly to the lounge and ignore these gaudy temptations. Thoughts on Final Fantasy 13 series? I don't know that I ever played 13. That's the lightning one, right? Yeah, I never played it. Okay, I am going the right way, even though it doesn't seem like I am. Really, the only Final Fantasies I've played any serious amount of are this one and 6. What? Is it above me somewhere? Yeah, it totally is. Stairs! I do think the designs are pretty cool, though, if it is the lightning one. But then again, I'm a sucker for most Final Fantasy designs. I believe this is where we are to meet Lord Mandeville. Shall we sit while we await his coming? My apologies, Your Grace. I have kept you waiting. No apologies are necessary, Godbert. My request was sudden. Pico, I enjoyed Final Fantasy 1 when I played it back in the day. I was never any good at it, so I didn't get very far, but I enjoyed it. My request was sudden, and you were kind to make yourself available on such short notice. When the Sultana herself comes calling, there is no more important engagement. As to the purpose of my visit, I would have your thoughts as to how the Crown might best aid the refugees residing in Thanalan. You are aware, I am sure, that many of Alamigo's displaced sons and daughters long to return to their newly liberated homeland, and you are also aware that how they will suffer without shelter and work to sustain them. I have not played any of the Ace Combats, and my impression of the game is like, at first I thought it was like just a simple, like military fighter simulator kind of game. And then I heard some of the music, and the music was amazing. And then I also saw that, like, you fight aliens, I guess? So, like, I'm more interested now. I would use our nation's wealth to spare them that suffering. What advice have you for me on the matter of how it might best be distributed? The unusual circumstances of our meeting, and your Grace's choice of a companion, would suggest to me a desire for an honest and unvarnished opinion. I shall give you one. My advice to you is stop. Taxing Uldar's wealth to save Alamigan refugees is a terrible, terrible idea. Oh, really? What was what came before Final Fantasy, Pico? You oppose my proposition? Most emphatically. I agree with your Grace that the refugees must have housing and employment, but what profit is there for Uldar in this arrangement? Profit? After all you have done for Girabania's displaced, I thought you the very last person to seek to benefit from their misfortune. I have also never played a Phantasy Star. I would like to. I get it. Trexpert, you're referencing. I saw you post that before and I didn't get it. You're referencing Star Trek 3. Forgive me, Your Grace, but you appear to be laboring under a misapprehension. It is a fine endeavor to support one's fellow man. I fear, however, that your stance is born of pity. Your intent is to save the refugees, is it not? 4, my bad. That's right, 3 is search for Spock, 4 is whales. For all our potential, we are indolent creatures by nature. If unconditional charity is all we know, then we begin to rely upon it, to expect it. I don't agree with that. This is the sort of thought process that leads to people being like, well, we shouldn't build houses for the homeless. What will they gain from that? They'll gain housing. That's what they'll gain. And then we must consider Uldar's own poor and downtrodden. Should they hear of you spending the nation's coin not to improve their lot, but to nurture the distant citizens of Alamigo, it is unlikely they will applaud your generosity. Fragrance, what pray tell is a whale patobe? Dexter, he might be. I don't know the backstory of Godbert. Surely it is not your grace's intention to foster new resentments, but to spread goodwill? Indeed. Then any support I pledge to the refugees must promote self-sufficiency, whilst also serving the interests of the people of Uldar. Exactly so. Such an arrangement will create a far more equitable relationship with the returning Alamegans, even as it generates the revenue required to win the approval of your subjects. You have given me much to ponder, Lord Mandeville. I thank you for your candor. Or, and hear me out, you could give housing and food and stuff to both the refugees and your people, since you have so much goddamn money. Yeah, exactly, Trexpert. Said add an address, which makes it easier to get a job, which makes it easier to get credit cards and such, and credit scores mean they can buy a car and a house and eventually move out to the low income housing, freeing it up for others so someone else can get an address, which makes it easier to get a job. We're radicalizing on this stream. Oh man, seeing this made me really want. It's not onigiri, but it made me really want to go buy onigiri. Profit. Thought never even crossed my mind. But standing about lamenting my naivete will not do anyone any good. I shall consider my lesson learned and press on. Mayor, are you perchance acquainted with any successful merchants? If my attempt at philanthropy is obliged to reap a profit, it would seem wise to consult someone with a knack for business. Ordinarily, I would not trust any agent of the East Aldenard Trading Company. But if you hold this Hancock fellow in high esteem, I am content to be led by you. I don't, though. You may retain my faith by journeying to distant Kugain and speaking with him on my behalf. Eager though I am to visit those shores, I have not the leisure for a lengthy sea voyage. Now, assuming you will travel as adventurers are wont to do, I shall await your report by the Aetherite in Ulda. A fair journey to you, Mara, and a swift one, if you please. So only certain people can use the Aetherite? That's interesting. Unfortunately, I cannot even slap him lightly, Trexpert. Alright, here we are in Kugain, which means it's once again time to attempt the jumping puzzle. Well, this kingdom would, yes, Dexter, but hopefully in the modern era, we've become a little bit better. There are programs that do exactly what Trexpert and I are talking about. Blast it all. Nope. Na, 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 na. This has been a really interesting stream with all the like philosophy discussion we've had. I'm gonna have to go through and pull out some clips for socials and stuff. Hey, Altani Book Lizard. We're slapping the proprietor of the Manderville Golden Saucer. Because he's espousing a very Republican, like pull yourself up by your bootstraps kind of thing. Yes! Oh yeah, Altani, is he like a secret badass? Well, we're basing most of this off of one conversation, Altani. Yes! I don't believe I've done any of the Hildebrand side quests. Oh no! Yeah, every time I come to Kugain, I've got to try it a few times. Yes! Stay. Ha! Okay, Altani, I'll have to check that out. Do you know what level and where the Hildebrand quests are? Yeah, no, that is extremely frustrating. Pico. Pico. No! Oh, okay. Good, I'm saved. One thing I like about this jumping puzzle is that it's got... Oh, no. Quote-unquote save points. What? Oh, I missed one. Very smart. Yeah, the thing that we were arguing about with I forgot his name, but was the whole like you can't just give things to people because they'll just come to rely on charity. Because studies in the real world have proven that's not true. People still work. They still get stuff done. Godbert, thank you. Once you give people safety and security, they start to make their lives better. No! Godbert Manderville, that's it. Okay, well that's good. Just not what he said in that one conversation we just had. Which is all we were judging him on. Yeah, unfortunately, Uldad's in a really weird spot because, like the country we currently live in, it is completely controlled by people who have only their own interests at heart. Dexter, you do more than that, my friend. But we very appreciate you being here, too, for the cheering and the up. Ryan, are you still here? You and Dexter need to have a fight. Of who could be the better person and still words. No! Why every time? It takes so long to get up there. I'm sorry, Fragrance. Anyway, yes, Ryan, if you're still here, you and Dexter need to have a fight over who has the rights to be a really good person and denigrate themselves all the time in chat. Okay, we can do this. Got that one. Is going this way faster by any chance? In a rap battle, yeah, absolutely. Now that you've given us that possibility, that is something I want to see. Okay. Yes! All right. I remember this next part being extremely hard. And also, I'm having trouble finding it. Ah, here it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's fine. We didn't fall all the way back down. My dude, my buddy, my guy. There we go. Blarg! I don't think I've done that one yet, Altani. I love jumping puzzles. I don't know why. I really shouldn't. There we go. No! I know. Thank you, Altani. Yes! Okay. Oh, God. Okay. We can do this. Can't see. Okay. Using a ring of eternal bonds to cheat at a jumping puzzle is the most MMO thing I've ever heard. Okay, wait. Where do I go from here? Oh, over there. Okay. I did once upon a time. Oh, this is going to be a fall if I miss. God damn it. the Christmas jumping puzzle for Guild Wars 2 once. I was playing the game one Christmas, and they came out with the Christmas jumping puzzle. Is that a trap? Because there's 2 ways to go. That was a trap! Oh, but I saved it. Okay. Damn. I want to be the very best. Like, no. Oh, no. All right. We got pretty far. We'll try again another time. Oh, no worries, Altani. I appreciate it when you can make it, but you never have to apologize for having real life stuff. Sorry, Trexpert, I didn't give you quite enough of that. I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause. Hey, all right, Altani. That's awesome. Are they up on your YouTube? Oh. Greetings, honored sir. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? What's the link to your YouTube? Okay, and actually, this is a great spot to hold for a second so I can go use the bathroom and stuff. So we are going to pull up the next episode of League of Swords. Haha, I beat you to it. Nope, Dexter, no, none of that. I will check out the YouTube clip for sure. All right. Well, I will be back in just about 10 minutes. Y'all have a great time, and I'll see you soon. Previously on the League of Swords.
I don't know. Oh! Mad Jack! Mad Jack! Mad Jack taking advantage of the darkness! Mad Jack not stopping!
Why'd you do it, Jack? Why'd you stab the Saint of Swords in the back? I'll tell you when I want to tell you. And you'll know the next time you see me. The next time you see me. The next time you see me.
I can be your greatest friend in the world.
A Mad Jack trying to stop the resurrection, right? It's good he stops.
What are you doing? You are making a mistake.
And you'll know the next time you see me.
Hello and welcome to the League of Swords. My name is Nunguire, and I am with...
Ron the Real Deal Steel.
That's right, that's right. Let's go right to the tournament floor. Mad Jack claims he will explain his actions.
All right. Look at all these nice little children.
Now, Jack, you've been offered this moment to explain your actions of this. Care to explain to our guests?
I have taken a little bit of time to ruminate, mill it over, if you will. And see, the thing is, I'm in it to win. 'Cause it's all about that right there. That prize at the end of it. That wish. Ooh, I've got big plans for that. So maybe I stabbed the Saint of Swords in the back. You know, took a little cheap to her, but you know, all's fair in love and war, right? And now, people are confused. Why did you let him come back after that? Well, that's just a strategy, see. See, he's a competent fighter, I give him that. So I'm gonna let him take his time and cut through the rest of all these little miscreants, and then at the very end, I'll just cut him right in the back again. How's that sound, eh? Someone's amused.
Jack! We all know a complete load when we hear one. We know, in fact, why you stabbed the State of Swords in the back. We know why you refused the head monk's offer. You're just like all of these people. You're scared, Jack.
Aye.
You're scared. You don't want to be in this tournament. You wanted someone to put you down. And that'll be my pleasure tonight. But I'm a gracious fighter, Jack. And so I want to offer you one last chance to live. Take Thyra Rayleigh's offer. Join us. And everything will be fine. All will be forgiven. And you can ride off into whatever sunset you like until you and I are the last two and fight for that crown there. What do you say, Jack?
Alright, first off, who are you again? I don't remember it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Second thing, Mad Jack is scared of nothing. It's that commitment.
What?
And zombies.
We can get zombies.
No.
Fine. If that's how you want it, Jack, then it's you and me in the main event tonight. Enjoy your last hours breathing on this earth, because I am the final boss, and the Age of Outcasts is coming.
I'm gonna enjoy breathing a lot. By the way, you need a cough drop.
Millions of years ago, the monks of the Way saved the universe. They did it by creating the greatest tournament of strength and steel the world has ever known. Welcome to the League of Swords.
Gotta dig deep, gotta feel the desire. Take a look inside and find what fuels the fire. Do I fight to live or do I live to fight? I wrestle with the beast inside me every night. It's the League of Swords, a battle for the crown evermore. It's the League of Swords, show us what you stand for. It's the League of Swords, now it's time to go to war. It's the League of Swords, better fight for your life.
Choose your fighter. The Astronaut.
I have nothing against Eliza Lightholder. A job is just a job after all. Although she's awfully sure of herself for someone that's never fought a real fight before.
Eliza Light.
That astral mask is nothing but a bump in the road on my way to the crown.
Battle on the edge of the blade.
Number one of the star-filled sea. They always get their prey. The Astral Mask!
I hear they're successful. I'm
I
sorry.
honestly can't tell if they're. I can't tell if they're smiling or. Oh wait, now I can. Nope. All right.
Well, they mean
I mean, if
business.
you look like that, why are you wearing a mask? It's so damn pretty.
It's so pretty.
From a noble land of noble space.
Ooh, noble
Seek
space.
her own freedom, Eliza Lightholder!
You know, I took a vacation in noble space once. It was great.
Oh, what were the Airbnbs like?
Oh, it was fantastic. You were floating in air.
Fight
Or lack of.
The look of intensity in their eyes.
Oh, they're getting started with the flourishes. Block, parry. All right. Oh, we got a bit of taunting here already in the beginning.
I don't know if that's taunting.
What do you think it could be?
I mean, I feel some electricity between
Oh, you
them.
feel a connection.
I don't think they need it, but I think it's there. Normally people who are trying to kill each other don't want to fall in love.
Usually. From what I've heard, but
I mean, my ex-wife would beg to differ.
I mean, the ultimate way to propose to someone is with a sword fight.
You bounty hunters are all the same. Inferior.
Ooh. That was a strong blow that she blocked. Oh, they seem to be sizing each other up.
You stay right there.
Oh, she's trying to hold him in place, and oh!
Oh, wow, I've been kicked by light shoes like that. It hurts.
Wow, it looks like it really did. It completely took them out. Oh! We have a connection, and
Oh!
it looks like our fight is over. The Astral Mask, clearly not a fan favorite, but they get results done.
I mean, business is over. Time to go back for pizza.
They might have lost this fight, but their light never dims. Why is...
Astral Mask is behind. Probably the...
What are they
That's
doing?
not how you get a date.
What are they doing?
That's not how you get a date.
What are they doing? Consent
is necessary.
is very important.
I know. I muted myself. Don't type it in chat. I know. You don't have to say it. You're gonna anyway, aren't you? I also realized I didn't have desktop audio turned on that whole time, so you guys weren't hearing the game at all. I apologize about that. Let's get back to it. I know you were going to say it because you all want to be so helpful, and I appreciate it. No. Trexford, I didn't have time to watch the drumming. Sorry. The time it took me to use the restroom, get some water, and grab a quick snack was all the time I had. I'll try to watch it afterwards. So Gobo, the storyline behind that is I was when the Arena of Sompek update first dropped on the Star Trek Online, I was very bad, and there's a bit in the lightning round where it's just shooting lightning down at you. And I got hit so many times that I eventually gave up and just started doing the snake dance. And then I went away for, it might have been for paternity leave. I don't remember, but it was a thing that I did a few other times of some other streams. And when I came back, Weston and the gang from STO had turned it into an emote in the game, and it's one of my favorite things that's ever happened to me. I really like this going into first person for conversations. Mira, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? I beg your pardon. His Grace the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ulda. My dear Mira, I have you to thank for this. Mira, jeez. I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure. And I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise her Grace than Chairman Lotharito, a man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. Ew. See a doctor. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Scion's former headquarters in Thanalan. The Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Very well, Mayra, and may your dealings prove fruitful. I don't want to talk to Lolorito. No, he's probably not wrong, Altani. The thing that I was saying ew at was his gold poop joke. Yeah, he derailed the coup, but he also derailed it to his own benefit and, like, kind of only did it because the other guy was going just a smidge too far, and I don't know. He still gives me some icks. Welcome back, Mayra. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? Yeah, he said to go talk to Lolorito. Is Lolorito? And you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I'd hoped to keep the monetarists at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot learn how to live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Uldar effectively. Very well. I will meet with Lolorito. Let us go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. A lot of preparing for people's coming in this game. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had an occasion to visit. To work, then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. Pray see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves. Dexter, you're correct, but I think Altani was saying he gives an ick to everyone.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed.
Mark Hamill.
If it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
I feel vaguely threatened. Good.
You have made your point. It is indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask.
Have we ever seen Lolorito without the mask before this?
Grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I am glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
So who's Lolorito's voice actor? That's a very good headcanon, Altani. Simon Greenall. His voice sounds very familiar, and probably because he's at least partially imitating Mark Hamill here, but... Huh. Well, I've never really heard him before. Or I probably have, but I have to dive deeper.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate.
Dexter, that's funny.
I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan?
The wealthiest man in all of Thanalan. Wealthiest man in all of Thanalan.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured. Earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more.
Alright. Gotta dig deep, gotta feel the desire. Take a look inside and find what fuels the fire. It's the League of Swords, a battle for the crown evermore. It's the League of Swords. Show 'em what you stand for. Oh man, I missed that note entirely. Alright, stopping there.
To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Huh, I am impressed.
Thank you for all the emotes, bud.
Tis an elegant solution. Albeit
Pokemon theme, but make it Yu-Gi-Oh! How would I make it Yu-Gi-Oh? I am ashamed to say I never really watched Yu-Gi-Oh! I guess I wanna be the heart of the cards, like no one ever was. There you go.
Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gear Abania, and you know the land far better than I. Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Oh god. Okay, give me a brief moment to Google all of these. Oh, okay. Alagana was like the really poor town. Alagiri. Okay. Alagiri is a... Okay, I think I remember Alagiri. And then the Saltery? Okay. I think the Saltery is going to be the place to go. Because it's already got an industry.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loxel. I know the Saltery and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gill.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well-versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production.
He really has gone full mask off.
The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is
Why are we meeting around a butt plug? I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. No. But I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Mayra. I could not have done it without you. What's an Avatar Titan? One of the big old ships in Eve? Of course. I'm gonna go with this. Nanamo is ready to move ahead with her plans. Our course is decided. I shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin work on implementing the particulars of the plan. Particulars of the plan. Cool. I was just checking to see how many people wanted. Yeah, let me Google that real quick. Oh yeah, that's just a butthole in space. Yep. Yeah, that's what that is. Let me just quickly throw it up on screen so you can all see the space butthole. Space butthole. All right, there we go. Thank you for your contribution, Altani. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Mayra, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hext on your return to Alamigo. The Sancha Revenant Supercarrier. Let's see. Yeah, that sure is weird. I'll save that one too, so I can share it with all of you. That's weird. Trexpert. Yes, Al is always a Miko. But you know what? As ugly as that ship is, still not as ugly as an Oberth. Yeah, that's exactly right, Trexpert. A Reaper with a real bad case of mumps. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the peoples of Alamiga and Uldar both. Alright, off we go to the salty place. Checking on Yu's latest... Oh, did you send it to me over DM? Yes, you did.
Space butthole!
I'm sorry to everyone's ears. No, you're absolutely right, Pico. The ugliest ship is the Oberth. Welcome back, Mayra. How was your audience with the Sultana? Extremely complicated. In your absence, I have kept myself busy cataloging the riches of the Mad King's Trove and calculating its worth in gil. I have some way to go, but the figure is already quite staggering. Oh, greetings, Mayra. I'm actually in the middle of reporting to the commander here, so... Yes, Dexter, the primary output of Reddit is salt. You are right. Mayra, you're back. What did Nanama... Oh, sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So Rabon says he's going to return to Uldar, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know. But I'm pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Saltery does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. After all that has happened, he is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. Well, I don't know if you know this, Alphino, but I'm amazing. But on a more practical note, please, assuming the interim government elects to accept Uldar's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Ha! Kitchen witching, that's funny. I don't hate that ship as much as some others. I get why people ship it. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allowing Uldar to provide the entirety of the capital would afford Lolorito too much control. Honestly, Alphino, it's like Kuge never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss this proposal with the Saltery's residents. Whisker, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Mayra? I might need you to fill in the details. And we actually do use ocean water to put out the fires, Trexpert. There's some super scooper things that Canada sent us that scoop up a bunch of ocean water and drop it. But yeah, he was definitely being sarcastic there, Altani. Then I shall come as well. Should Watt wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Okay. Good, Altani. I'm leaving the business of dividing up the treasure to those who know about such things. I'm not proud to admit it, but every time I see a column of numbers, my eyes glaze over. Me too, buddy. One of these days, I'll have to ask Alphino to explain it all to me. I'll have to give Nanamo my thanks next time we meet. With this and everything else that's been happening, it really feels like things are gathering pace around here. Nihilus. What are you, on an episode of Supernatural? Be interesting to see if Alamigo, over the next couple of expansions and such, gets built up as like a place, you know, with like a Aetheryte network and stuff. Never. Oh yeah. Heard this guy's dialogue quite a bit. Yep, Trexpert. I also hate that. Okay, can I move this over so that I can expand this a little bit? Not enough. Nihilus, you meanie McBean pants. Alright, I'm gonna have to do it. I think it's in my inventory. Nope. I just wanna... Okay. HUD layout. Just... Wonder why that's hotbar 1. It doesn't matter. Here we are. Now I can do this. Okay. I think I'm going to be here for a bit, so I'd like to be able to fly. Southwest. Yeah, thanks, Fragrance. That's a good one. Does this go anywhere? No. Alright. Whee! 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 I don't know. Is it above me somewhere? Did I just make a terrible mistake? Southwest? Yeah, it must be over there. Okay, let's go around. See you in a sec, Nihilus. Dexter, that makes me feel like I can't play that on the stream. Yep. Okay, so it's down here somewhere. For those of you wondering what the hell I'm doing, you have to find these certain, like, basically circles of wind, in this game in order to, unlock flying. You also have to get them from quests, but... That's fair, Dexter. So now we've got two different versions of the same command. Neat. Fragrance is not dumb, Nightbot. Don't make me come find you. Oh, did I get them all for this one? Where am I? Is this supposed to be the locks, I guess? This is the locks. Okay, cool. Good to know. So probably some of these are the final few flying quests. Let's find out. Yep. Lieutenant Lotak, I presume? I've spoken with members of the Scions, and if I may be so bold as to ask, is it true you learned some Far Eastern technique from moving underwater as freely as a fish? I mean, yes, kind of. And it was not an exaggeration. Incredible. Would you be willing to put that ability to use for us? If so, I have an agent stationed underneath those towering steps by the lock who would dearly love to speak with you. Whee! Ow, my leg! Whee! Thank you very much, Dexter. Are you also? Yes. Oops, sorry, I clicked through that like I was reading it rather than I was streaming it. Hi, pray excuse me, that sounded more dramatic than I intended. My name is Betha, by the way. You've probably heard how the Empire took great pains to squash the religions of this land. Okay. For fear of appearance of primals, but the Imperials even went so far as to forbid the harmless ceremonies folk perform to honor their fallen. As a result, the Hawks are now haunted by a host of restless shades who were denied their last rites, and sadly, brute force is the only way to banish them. I mean, thank God for that. Imagine if brute force couldn't banish them. I spend as much time as spare time as I have sending this, spirits on to the next world. But there is only so much one woman can do. Any aid you could offer would be greatly appreciated. You will find many an unquiet spectre roaming the tombs to the northeast. Pray send them on to their final rest. Okay. Oh yeah, we've got like 4 of those to do. Kitchen Witchin', what is that from? Lieutenant Lotak, you are well known for your deeds as a soldier. On this day, however, I would call upon your broad experiences as an adventurer. As for the situation at hand, it would seem it's the part of our patrol route has been claimed as territory by a fearsome zoo nestling. We simply cannot. Yep, we cannot simply choose to circumvent the area, lest we risk providing an unobserved entry point for Imperial scouts. My men and I will gladly go toe-to-toe with any military opponent, but nothing in our training has prepared us to combat a foe which can soar through the ravines and swoop down on us with impunity. My comrade here almost lost his arm to such an attack, and I fear it is only a matter of time ere the creature makes a kill, unless you kill it first. The nestling surveys its domain from a narrow pillar of rock to the northeast. Pray, find this predator and end the threat to our patrols. Alright, now there should be one more around here. Yep, right here. Oh, right, the one in the scene in the bar where they used Eagle Boss models. I don't want that one as a command, if you don't mind, Fragrance. Just seems like it's making a fat joke, even though we know the context. No worries, Kitchen Witch, I know that's not what you meant. You're Meera, aren't you? The famous soldier and adventurer? It might be that I'm asking above my station, but I could use your help with a bit of a problem. I've been tasked with rounding up a couple of nasty wavekin. I have to admit to the fact that they're too much for me to handle. For a hero like you, however, I suspect they'd be not more than a spot of light exercise before breakfast. Have you seen these monstrous yabbies crawling around about south of the White Isle? It's okay, that's the second time I've heard the word yabby. The first time is at a game on her iPad that the Fusion plays a bunch. That seems to be badly translated from Chinese. I have some large hemp sacks you can use to drag them back here. Just be sure to tire them out a bit beforehand. Any fight left in them, and they'll rip right through the sack with those spiky tails of theirs. That's kind of fun, Trexpert. Alright. Let's go take care of all 4 of these quests. And gain the ability to fly around this map. Setaverse, I believe there are many places that you can buy an Enterprise D model. Nope. Nihilets. I know what you did. Okay, almost to that one. Which looks like it's on this bridge. Never mind, it was below the bridge. Ah, Lieutenant Lotak. Lieutenant Duroth said you might be on your way. Ready to get your boots out wet, are you? You should probably begin from the beginning. That's okay. One of the soldiers we captured during the battle at Castrum Albania was concealing a map on his person. The map was marked with a curious symbol. But no matter how hard we cajoled or threatened, the prisoner would not tell us the symbol's significance. This naturally piqued the curiosity of our commanders, and they immediately ordered a search of the marked area. Now the problem is that the area mostly covers the water, and we found nothing of interest up above. Meaning this secret, whatever it is, must be down below. We were eager indeed to enlist someone with your apparent talent for underwater exploration. I've circled the spot on your map that we'd like for you to investigate. If it turns out to be something you can bring back, pray do so. Be careful down there. Alright. I'm not entirely sure what you mean there, Fragrance. Not Fragrance, Trexpert, because I'm Lotak. He's me. No, you didn't, Fragrance. For once. Oh, okay. I never watched Seinfeld as a kid either. There's a lot of gaps in my comedy knowledge. Hey, Jex Henry, welcome. And yes, indeed, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I found my target. Actually, that's not entirely true. I did watch Seinfeld a bit when I was a kid, but not as religiously as other folks. I was much more into Frasier, which says a lot, I'm sure. Yeah, I've heard that. Fragrance. I was never big into Friends either. Let's see. Baby, I hear the blues are calling, toss salad and scrambled eggs. Something, something. But I don't know what to do with the toss salad and scrambled eggs. They're calling again. Yep, Kitchen Witchin', that's why I didn't like Seinfeld either. Oh, that's right, I could be riding a mount over here. Oh, neat. Thanks, Zeta. Been a bit since I raided Peace. There it is, Nihilus. Thank you. Excellent. Thank you, Dexter. Here I go. Anything of interest? That looks like an Imperial material crate. I doubt anyone would bother seeking ordinary supplies, so I say we take a look inside. Always Sunny, like, parts of it that I've seen make me kind of want to watch it, but I don't know. I struggle a lot with Schitt's Creek, too, but that's more because they're all... a lot of them, especially Moira, are so dumb that they're always embarrassing themselves. And I have trouble with secondhand embarrassment. No, it's breath. This thing is filled to the brim with gems and jewelry. From what I can tell, these all seem to be of Girabanian design. In fact, I'd say this collection is of damn near royal quality. The bottom of a lock is not where I'd choose to keep such valuables, so it's safe to assume they were acquired in a less than honest fashion. A prisoner likely hoped to hide them down here until his stint in the army was over. Rebuilding a country is an expensive job, eh? Alamigo's royal family is no more, but we should return these to his citizens nonetheless. Thank you for braving those waters, Lieutenant Lotak. Pray report to Lieutenant Dorothy, and I'll see that this crate is transported safely back to headquarters. Okay. Next. Trexbird, I promise I'm not, like, picking on you. I just can't watch any YouTube links while we're streaming, because stuff will get muted. Oh, it's up there? How do I get up there? I'm going to try the Skyrim approach. Skyrim approach is not working. Well, we are getting a Trek workplace comedy, hopefully. which I'd be very excited about. Not seeing a straightforward way to get up there. Maybe these rocks over here. Nope, those are very high. Like, the bridge will get me there. Well, it'll get me high enough, but not over there. I'm just a girl in the world. That's all that you'll let me be. Maybe over there. One problem I consistently have with singing is that my brain wants my voice to match exactly how the song sounds in, like, you know, like how the singer does it. And so I end up trying to imitate the singer and not really coming up with my own thing. Okay, yeah, maybe I can go through here and then go up that way. What a weird and roundabout way to have to go. I don't like it. Alright, you asked for it. They've got a power and a force that you've never seen before. They've got the ability to morph and to even up the score. No one will ever take them down. The power lies... Oh, no. Oh, that sucks. The power lies on their side. Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! Go, go, Power Rangers! You mighty morphin' Power Rangers! It's gonna be such a run. They never played the verse that I just sang on TV. It was always just on, well, since I'm here, I might as well turn this one in. I should probably make this Aetheryte my home base, since I'm going to be running around doing quests here for a minute. Hey, thanks, Gobo, for stopping by. It was great to hang out with you. Nihilus, that's great. Okay, so it seems like I can go up here and go left to go where I want to go. Nihilus, I am sure that parody exists. You've never really experienced the Power Rangers theme until you've heard it in the original Klingon. Excuse me while I dodge C.S. Lewis here. Alright, it says it's up here. I don't know how that's possible. We're gonna look around. Oh, never mind. There's a little pathway up here. I might need to, yeah, Fragrance, but I'm having fun, so. I just realized this was the very first time that I've fought this entire stream. This is a very story-based MMO. Oh, it's Morbid time! Alright, that one's done. Now we've got 2 more to go. What? Who is hitting me? You really followed me all the way up here. Given how much this game, how successful this game is, and how much of it is just run around and listen to people talk, I do wonder if we could have gone even more story-based on STO than we always did. You know, there was sort of this feeling that we needed to have a fight every so often. I think. I'm not a content designer, but I feel like there was a feeling that we had to have a fight every so often, or the players would get bored. But I wonder. Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, I gotta go back. And Duncan will write it for us, Fragrance. How do I get over there? I need to get into one of these temples, obviously. Huh. I'm gonna go up this way. I think that might be the way I came, but... Me too, Seta. I think there's a very good reason that a lot of people cite Sunrise as one of their favorite episodes. Alright, I'm downright confuzzled. I'm gonna do something that's probably gonna kill me, and is undoubtedly not the solution to this problem. Yep. Was worth a shot, though. Can I gain anything by going underneath? Nope. This is a dead end. Anyone? Oh, hey, Brosif. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for boosting that viewer average. Okay. Is there another way to get over there? Oh, way over there. This might be the way. Okay. Well then, let's go do ill-tempered. And then we'll come back. And we'll go all the way around. All right, let's hear them. I'm going to go straight for take 2.
It's Morbid time! Vampire Bat! It's Morbid time! Vampire Bat!
Both of those are great. I swear I want every single one of the critters in this game as a mount. Like, these Loch Nankas look so cool. You could always create a YouTube channel, Dexter, and upload them to private. And just share them, or unlisted, and just share them to us that way. There's a Yabby! So I probably need to take these. Put them on there. Seems like it's a good time to try. Nihilus, you want the Magitech armor from 6 as a mount? That's what you want? Like this? Alright, sounds good, Dexter. We must be, Setiverse. There's giant scorpions and sandy everywhere. But I don't have a whole bridge crew with me, so maybe not. Alright, last one to do is the freaking specters. So we're gonna go around this lake and up. So, Nihilus says, now shoot missiles at everything. Okay. Unfortunately, they aren't actually combat powers, but you can still do them, which is pretty fun. If nobody is stopping you from doing your dailies, it's not Nimbus 3. That's true. Magic missile. I'm attacking the darkness. We did that sketch. Me and a couple of friends did that sketch in college for a like open sketch night kind of thing. And it brought the house down so much that they asked us to do it 2 more times. Which we took great credit for, even though it was not at all our skin. That was the Dead Alewives Society through and through. Where's the Mountain Dew? Where are the Cheetos? You're not there. You're getting drunk. All right, well, have a good one, Altani. Enjoy B-dubs. I'm not actually sure what that stands for. Exactly, Trexpert. Nihilus. There is a Kefka fight in this game. And I will get to it eventually. Oh, Buffalo Wild Wings. Got it. No, Setaverse, you meant girls. Don't worry. We all know how much you love girls. Ah, that's funny, Trexford. That's Kafka, not Kefka, but you knew that. Oh, at last. Wow, these guys look actually a lot like Devonians. I guess we're just playing SDO today. Girl. All I really want is girl. In the morning, it's girl. Excellent. I'm glad I could help you there, Nihilus. The Beastie Boys are such a weird and hilarious phenomenon. Nope. I think they're all going to be in here. Oh my god, that is one of my favorite sketches of all time. You will receive a boot to the head. I'm gonna have to rewatch that sketch after the stream. Last one. You know, I just realized Boot the Head is the plot of Knives Out.
Actually, there is a theory that Kefka is Kafka, known writer of the Metamorphoses, which Kefka does do in Final Fantasy VI. He does metamorphosize into a god.
That's fair. He does do that. All right. Back we go. To turn all of these in and unlock flight. Oh no, I liked it, Dexter. Not jerky at all. Okay, yeah, everybody's down at the bottom here. Briefly repair as we're running by. Oh, there's a chocobo keep here that I've never talked to. I should do that. Now I can chocobo here if I ever want to. Yep, here is a sack full of scorpions for you, bud. And here's Betha. When this land was yet under the yoke of the Empire, my own father lost his life in the fight for freedom. Although our conquerors permitted me to build him a gravestone, they would not allow me to perform his final rites as teachings of the Fist of Raelga demanded. It was later that I heard how a ghostly apparition was seen floating near his grave. I should have performed the ceremony and the Emperor's laws be damned, but I should have had more courage. But I was so afraid to die. Ashamed at the cowardice I showed then, I began seeking out other shades and specters to put to rest. It is a seemingly unending path, and I thank you for walking even a few steps of the way alongside me. I did, Seta. Yeah, I get notifications because I'm in Noah's Discord. I get notifications every time Ian goes live. The Nesting is slain, then. I knew I had chosen the right man for the job. I am grateful you came along before any lives were lost to that monstrous bird. You have our thanks. Okay, cool. Now I can fly. Which means it's Phoenix time! I love this mount so much. Oh, nice, Fragrance. That'll be fun. Tell him hi from me. Ideally, one would want Alamigo's stake to match Ulda's gill for gill, in combination with a cast iron contract that should serve to prevent Lolorito from making off with all the profits. Let's go and see Grandad. He's going to want to hear this. What manner of mischief brings you younguns to Old Wat this time? They want to rebuild the Saltorium, Grandad. Mara, tell him about the deal. Well, bugger me. We've never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was. But it sounds like that's about to change. There's just one small wrinkle in your plan. It doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. The king used to send soldiers to call the buggers, but the Imperials went around about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Grandad. We'll take care of all that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Whisker, my lad. Truly I would. So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? I've been training, aye, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting Oops, clicked through that too fast. Let's not waste any time then. I'll see you by the lock. I'm sure I just agreed to go kill some monsters. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Wat explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltry to its former glory. Good hunting. Dexter just harassing people with voice recordings. I see how it is. Right then, Mayor. I've got a spyglass here you can use to take a closer look at the pests. Once you've got their measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Search your surroundings for yabbies. You may move the camera as well as zoom in and out. Target a yabby and inspect it with left click. Okay, so I found a yabby. Discover the yabby's weak point. Is it its tail? Do I need to zoom in more? Is it going to be a flashing red weak point? Yabby's jaw. Okay, so it's got to be the jaws. It's the only thing that's popped up. All right, it's its jaw. I have infinite points, Dexter. You don't want to engage me on this. The Yabby's entire body is protected by a hard carapace, but the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Ah, looks like you found a Yabby. They say hitting their shells like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Thank you, Broseph. Aim for the soft underside of the head. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right then, wish me luck. Appreciate it, Broseph. You did it! Excuse me. Thanks, Mara. I did just as you told me, and the wavekin went down like a sack of popotos. Popotos. Boil 'em, mash 'em, stick 'em in a stove? Let's find something else. Oh, right, I could fly. I just did all that work to fly so that I could fly. I think I can handle the Yabbies now, so we should try something different. What else is out there? Search your surroundings for phobads. Is the phobad going to be... Is that a phobad? Must be. Okay, so I shouldn't be just clicking on random things. I should just be aiming until it tells me what the weak point is. Got it. The phobad's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized cores would render the salt golem inanimate. You sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Ugh, a phobad. How do I defeat one of those? Inside its head, is it? I'll try to stab it right between the eyes, then. You did it! I do wonder what happens if you give him bad advice every time, but I'm not going to do that. Let me guess, you've got one more monster for me to find? It's not easy. Fighting with the Liberator of Alamigo, watching your every move. But I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Mayra. I feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Any road, we should head back to Sultry before Grandad starts to worry. I've been snipped into pieces and fed to a Yabby's hatchlings. That makes sense, Zeniverse. Let's hurry up and tell Grandad how the hunt went. It'll set his mind at ease. I don't know why I've made Whiskar so high-pitched. I have a feeling if I ever got to a cutscene with him, he won't sound like that, but that's okay. We're the merchants of Ulda. A well-constructed contract is both sword and shield, and Watt must understand this if we are to meet them on an even field. Speaking of battles, does Whiskar seem equal to the task of thinning the Loch's monster population? He certainly seemed eager enough. I see you've returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasties then, did you? Aye, I fought them myself after a bit of instruction from Mayara here, like. Once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. A fine young man you've become, Whiskar. A fine young man indeed. Too often of late I hear tales of folk over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge, their heads stuck firmly in the past. But we need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Sultry ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen.
I may be so bad, but I feel good.
Oh, I thought you were going to say faux good. I kind of like doing these conversations from home. Or from first-person perspective. It seems Whiskar has the Sultry's security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next step with Master Watt and completed my inspection of the site. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. Message from General Alden! Apologies for the interruption, sir, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. Do not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I'll remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt and act as an intermediary with your business partners in Ilda. You should go. That's using the pronunciation of pho correctly as a pun, Trexpert. General Alden asks that you wait for him by the main gate in the Alamegan Quarter. My apologies again, sir. Fare you well. This poor bastard ran all the way here. We need to get General Alden a link shell. And off we go. So, we have 10 minutes left until I figured I was going to end the stream. I think I'm gonna call it here because starting a whole new stream wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So let me see who's streaming that we can raid. I know Peace is. Make sure there's nobody else. Yeah, Peace will be good. She's playing FS7 Rebirth. Oops. But before we do all that, I've got some social medias that I would love for you to follow. You can find me as Vengeance God on Blue Sky and Twitter. You can find me as Vengeance God 2 on TikTok. And you can find me on Broken Infinity Films on Instagram. We've got an awesome Discord being built up here. That I would love for y'all to come and hang out in. And I'm on 3 podcasts on the Ace of Geeks podcast network. How dare you, Dexter? They're all 3 wonderful, and I would love for you to tune in. The League of Swords is my high-octane stunt show with swords that I think you all will love. And what am I forgetting? I've got a wish list. If you want to buy me stuff, thank you again, once again, Setiverse. And thank you again, everybody, for the amount of money I made in December. It's pretty great to have that step forward. Here's hoping we can keep going. All right. Well, let's do a raid here. And I will say thank you very much for tuning in. And everybody have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for some Rivals. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye.